I suppose that if you actually do choose to go to this game in Germany itself, you're only really going just for a quick trip there. It's not like you're going to get into the stadium no matter how hard you try. But then again, you could buy a home fan ticket and end up with the Freiburg Ultras, and then that could be like signing your death warrant, because you say or do the wrong thing, and here you're going, all right, meow, China, we're here to watch the bloody football. They're going to be thinking, he's English. And then you will literally be Daffy Ducked. So please, don't go to the game and end up in the home end. Just stay at home and watch it on TV. It is a bit of a shame that West Ham fans can't actually go to this game, because I think it would be class. But then again, I don't know why UEFA and its corrupt arse had to jump in and say that West Ham fans deserve to get banned for a game just because a couple of people chucked cups at some Fiorentina player's head back in June. West Ham's back in Europa League action, flying out to Germany to play SC Freiburg, a team that actually has got quite a bit of history to it. Joachim Löw, the former Germany national team head coach and a 2014 World Cup winner as a head coach, is the club's second-time all-time top goal scorer. And this is the club that was local to Thilo Kehrer as he was growing up in Germany. It's also a club that had some connections because some Premier League players have played for Freiburg before. Şolars Çoyunser, who played for Leicester City, the Turkish defender, was signed from Freiburg, for example. This team is going to be the hardest team, and this is where we have to get serious. This is going to be the hardest team to face in this group stage. Beating the Serbian team, TSC, was quite easy, really, on paper. Olympiacos doesn't worry me as much, but they are good in their own country. Freiburg is actually a team that could threaten us quite a lot, because I've looked at that squad list and there are some players I recognise on that. And those are the players that I didn't actually remember played for them, but they got me thinking, oh yeah, that name rings a bell and he's going to cause a few issues. At the time of recording this, Freiburg is second in Group A. It's 1-1 game with a goal difference of +1, having beaten Olympiacos 3-2. Shalai, Griffo and Philip scored the goals in that game when they played Olympiacos in Athens. Freiburg has done pretty well in the Bundesliga this season. It's only lost 2 games all season so far. And it is a difficult team to play against. It's a team with some very fundamentally strong attackers in there. I was looking through that team list, and my goodness, there are some players that actually stood out to me. And I said that in the previous clip, but I'm going to talk about them now in the next section. You may even recognise the names, because I think one of them played in the World Cup. The first name that I immediately recognised on this was Junior Amadou, because he was signed for quite a cheap fee. I think it was like 6 million euros, and he signed from Red Bull Salzburg, someone like that. He's an Austrian player who's got a hell of a lot of potential. He's a really good forward. They've also got Ritsu Duan, a attacking midfielder who plays for the Japan national team as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did he not score for Japan in the World Cup in Qatar? Because I do recognise the name. The other name that I'm going to mention is Roland Shalai. Reason being is because West Ham was linked with him towards the end of the transfer window this last summer. And it's a player who is quite highly rated by the Freiburg fans. He's a really good winger. That's the thing. Noah Weishaupt also rings a bell, because I tried to put him on scouting report and then took him off for some really ridiculous reason. I don't even know why I did it. I just did, because, you know, why not? Maximilian Philipp as well is a name that rings a bell. I don't know where from. But as I looked through this team, there were more names on this than I actually did recognise beforehand. And I'm actually looking at this list. They have some good underrated players. And the fact they've only lost 1 game in the Bundesliga all season as well, that's really impressive. That is really impressive stuff. So it's not a team that we should be laughing at. Also worth noting, just going back on what I said, Kevin Schade, who now plays for Brentford, he used to play for Freiburg. I didn't know that until I started looking through my notes a bit more. Yeah. So this team is aware of West Ham United Football Club, because it's sold its former players to the Premier League. Why don't we go and raid them in January? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. But anyway, I'll let Tim Steiten make that call. Nobody played for both. So I had to skip the next section as I did with the TSC preview. My score prediction, I think we're going to get a draw in this and it's going to be 1-1. I really do. Antonio and Bowen are not supposed to be travelling, so what does that mean? It might mean Kudus and Danny Ings not having him playing, or maybe even Divine Mabama, Moyes, give him a chance, should be playing. Fornals will probably get start. Mavropanos is back playing in the country that he called home for a few years. Expect to see a few changes, obviously, goalkeeper and in the defence. Bowen and Antonio not going, though, is a bit of a surprise. Well, as we can confirm that Antonio won't be going, Cresswell definitely isn't. Bowen, though, that remains to be seen. If he does play, it's going to be a big boost to our attack. But let's not underestimate this team. It can do some damage if we are not careful. Mark my words.